are we doing today? So, my camera has a broken lens, so I look a little blurry, but we can just call that like a really cool effect that Instagram has on their Instagram lives. Um, so, my name is Marla, and I'm really excited to be here today to talk to you about my favorite passion in the world, and that is frame drumming. And if you have not heard the news yet, my Frame Drum Academy is currently open for its 2025 enrollment. We only open our doors one time a year, and this year is our 10th year anniversary, so it feels really special. And I like to interview our grads during this time. You know, I can tell you all day, you know, the many benefits of drumming and what it's like to be a student in my academy, but it's really fun to hear it from our grads. And so I'm introducing today a grad that I have never met, but I really like her vibe. Our resident, she's a chef. And for me, wellness is a very important part of my frame drum practice. I believe, you know, frame drumming is a wellness practice. And if we don't eat well, we don't feel well. So I think it's really important to eat well and drum well. And for all my friends who are watching from my channel and, you know, not just on Sarah's channel, I want to recommend you join her channel and check out her channel because her recipes are amazing for all my healthy friends. Okay, so I'm going to bring Sarah on, and I'm really excited because she lives in New Zealand, and I have always wanted to go to New Zealand, and we are talking about doing something together in New Zealand. So looking forward to this. Get a cup of tea and cozy on in with us, and we're going to talk about this beautiful instrument. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you doing?
I'm really good. It looks sunny where you are. It's pretty cloudy here. We've just started winter, obviously opposite to you guys, so I'm a little bit jealous.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Like grass is always greener because I fantasize about visiting New Zealand, the land of the green, and you know. Um, so tell me, I'm like so excited to meet you. So I'm a big fan of yours, of your channel. For all my friends watching, like I said before, please like her channel. She posts these incredible recipes, like raw cacao treats. Like you're a genius. And you know, back in the day, I used to do cacao superfood workshops with drumming. So I used to like bring people together, and we would make very, very simple raw chocolate treats, and then we would drum. It was like the combination was amazing. So um, maybe at the end I can ask you your favorite cacao treat that you like to make. I don't know, but so you guys, I actually sent Sarah a video the other day because I was making these chocolate things, and I'm like, what would you do? Because it was too runny. It was really. So can you tell us a bit about you know, when what course you took in the Frame Drum Academy, what your favorite thing was about learning with us? I love when you post videos of yourself playing the frame drum, by the way. It makes me so happy. It really makes me really, really happy.
Well, thank you so much for asking me on here, Marla. It's super cool and a little bit surreal actually, because I remember the first time I came across you, and I've got it on here on my laptop, which was on YouTube. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you, but I just searched frame drumming, and this was your video that came up.
Ah,
You you probably know that one. So that's 7 years ago. And I saw you. Now, who's that doggy there?
that's
We both
Winston.
love
Yeah,
dogs. Winston. I saw that and I saw the dog, and it's just like, I want to learn from you. So just know that YouTube works. You know, even a
ah,
7-year-old video captured
ah.
me. So that was super cool. And I remember watching that video and I just thought, oh my God, you're just phenomenal on the drum. So, you know, that's definitely a goal to
This
get
this
even just a little bit
video
close to
is
where you are.
this video you're talking about is with a dog named Winston, and Winston is a boy, but I put a pink bow on him because I really wanted to look pretty for the. I'm glad that it worked. And before that, had you heard about the frame drum, or was that your first introduction to it?
Yeah, vaguely, but I honestly just didn't know where to start to learn. I've always been musically inclined, so learned flute from a very young age. But as far as percussion goes, I'm the tapper on the steering wheel, which you often talk about if you find yourself doing that, and rhythmically going along to your favorite tracks and stuff. That's always been me, and I
Mm,
just kind of thought, well, how can I incorporate this into what I already do and just take it, I guess, to the next level of having some direction. And that's what led me to the course. So you are probably better to tell me. I think I did the beginner's course. Is it what you call? Happy 10-year anniversary, by the way. I didn't know that.
yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah, it's
Amazing.
amazing. You took Frame Drum 101. I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was
Yes.
so excited when you messaged me because I was like, oh my God, a student in New Zealand. I'm like, yeah. So, and what was your favorite thing and when you in studying in the academy? Can you pinpoint like
Well, so much, Marla. I think your presenting style with teaching just really worked for me. I love how you structure your videos and that you show the rhythm up front and then you do it in slow motion. That's
I
so helpful. The
like the
video,
slow motion?
yeah, for those that aren't familiar with it, Marla does the rhythm that you're going to learn up front, and then you walk through the fingering, is it called? Yeah, I mean, and then you go in slow motion. So as a student, it's not like you have this freak out moment where you think you're all fumbling and trying to figure it out. You slow the instruction right down, and that just helped me stay really calm and focused throughout the learning. And then obviously you're able to pick up your speed and not get to your level, of course, in that 101, but feeling just much more confident in the drum. And I think that's what you really teach so beautifully, is helping the student feel confident so that then you can continue your home practice and just keep going from there. Because if you don't feel confident, like cooking or drumming or whatever it is, in those first early stages, you're not likely to keep it up. And I think that's when the beauty and the magic starts coming through, is when you consistently keep it up for yourself, and then incorporate it into your day. It's just, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Wow. Well, I'm really happy you enjoyed the slow motion. Yeah, for me, I was always, in classes that were more challenging for me. And so I always like to break it down super slow. And a lot of people think that like, oh, playing fast is the coolest thing, but it's really not,
Yeah.
it's playing with good technique is what's most important. And the way you get it is by breaking it down into small chunks and play it slowly. Um, well, okay, so I don't know so much about like all you do, but I know you do these incredible events, and I see you bring the frame drum. So how are you using the frame drum now in your life and in your practice? Um,
Well, through the event, so like you introduced in at the start of the video, I kind of weave in together whole foods with an organic focus and sound.
we're
Um,
gonna have so much fun at our event in New Zealand. It's gonna
One
happen.
day, yes, one day, watch this space. Our powers will combine. And so, because wellness to me is definitely a holistic approach, and sound is a big part of it, and frequency. So, the drum provides the heartbeat to the sound. So, I work with Crystal Tones Alchemy singing bowls and Native American flute. So, there's different kind of aspects to the frequencies that come through, but the drum is the pulse. And whilst I'm not doing rhythms per se during sound events, I'm either working with the frame drum or a shamanic drum as well, which I'm sure students will come to learn the different types through your course. So I'm providing the heartbeat to the sound, and then at home very much is the rhythmical practice. So that's just for my own selfish enjoyment, but it is just such a beautiful way for me to relax and get into the present moment, which I'm all about. And that's super hard these days, right? There's so many distractions, but when you're on the drum, you're on the drum. It's pure present moment and focus. So I appreciate having that. And I also just want to mention that your course is not just about learning the drum, that this book that you recommend in the course, I bought, and people can see there, it's so earmarked. It's really fascinating to learn about the drum from your perspective, its history, and all the beautiful stories about when the drummers were women.
Yeah, this
The
book that I was talking about is called When the Drummers Were Women. It's by Lane Redmond. My book is falling apart worse than yours. Mine is like
uh,
because I it's like oh well, it's an incredible book, and it's the drum that we're talking about, the frame drum. It's a very very ancient drum. It's the first drum that was known to be played by women, which is really really special because you think drumming to be just for men, and actually there's a tradition where the women play the drums, and I like men watching to know that men also play the drum. Like 97% of my teachers were men, but the roots are with women, and it's really empowering to know that. And in this book, it talks about all the different stories of the ancient traditions and how they played the frame drum, and it's isn't it wild that we're like playing such an ancient instrument, and like it's if they only had video cameras back then and we could see
I know.
what were
The
they.
imagery is pretty amazing, but that just kind of seals in that sacredness of the drum. It's just so much more than an instrument, I feel,
So
and
are
I
you
know you
like
do.
the oddball out there in New Zealand playing the frame drum? Like, do you play with anybody? Have you ever thought about teaching a workshop or anything like that?
I have considered it, but I think Kiwis, we're an interesting bunch. We like to receive, but to kind of go out, I guess, like anywhere, to go out of the comfort zone and learn a whole new thing is that next level that not everybody is into, and I appreciate that. But hey, look, I think if there's the right teacher, then the people will come, and it's just one of those things that once you pick it up, it just
Yeah.
feels so natural.
And I noticed that you have a sweet pup. How does your dog react to your drumming? Does he calm? Does it calm him down, or does he?
She is she's kind of a little bit nonchalant actually. She'll either sort of sniff around and come and sit next to me, or she'll just kind of wander off. She's definitely not as, I mean, obviously your dogs are very attentive and right in there, but I don't know. She's just kind of take it or leave it. But we love our dogs.
We love our dog. uh, it's not my dog, so you guys see I post videos a lot with me with the dog. It's my stepdog Bentley. I've never been with a dog that is so attentive. It's fascinating. Like I'm forever fascinated by how animals hear sound. And do you cook for your dog? Do you cook your own food for her?
I mean, she'll eat some things of what we have, but I don't cook specifically for her.
Yeah, she must be like, oh my gosh, it smells so good in the kitchen.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I want to encourage you to teach teach it in your community. Just like one rhythm. In your sound healing events, just and then because you're getting them warmed up for when I come there.
Yes, this is true. This is true.
New Zealand friends, we're going to be doing something in New Zealand very very soon. Um, so okay, well, the question I always love to ask people I interview is, do you have any uh, words to share with people that are considering joining? So we call it sitting on the fence. You know.
Oh, look, I think just go for it. The nature of the course is that it's so achievable, I think, with the time commitment and the home practice. And I still have my printout of the course in a
Okay,
folder here.
Carol, and can I see this book? Okay, you're super organized.
Marla, come on.
You're a Virgo.
Um,
A Virgo? Did you say a Virgo? Oh yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, I think you recommend to print it out, but it's not essential. But of course, I printed it out.
And
So I had,
what are the colored things on there?
what have we got? Oh, it's just dividing it up into sections. 12 steps to better drumming, notation, and then the weeks. So I've got week 1, week 2, week 3, and it goes through the weeks.
I'm so proud of you. Oh, I love students like you.
But I love having that just to refer back to, and because sometimes you forget some of the strokes if you're not using them regularly as a beginner. And I make little notes in there. So yeah, I recommend printing it out if you can, and then you've got it as a reference because I don't know about you, but if something's on a screen, then I'm less likely to refer back to it. If I have a tangible thing, then I can pick it up and hold it and, flick through it and work from it that way. It just works for me. But yeah, I keep that by my drum so that when I pick up the drum, I can also pick up the course book and maybe get some guidance from there, because you can kind of just go off on a tangent, can't you, and just sort of sit there, which is fun as well, but it's also nice to do a rhythm.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I didn't know you were such an OCD learner. I love people.
Ah.
Love dedicated people like that. So, how often do you practice right now? Like, because I know you're busy with your own business and how
I
often
mean, ideally every day, even if it's just
do
10
you
minutes,
really
but
practice
not
every day?
always. Like for example, I've been away with my daughter all weekend, so there was no drumming. Um, but I would say even on a super busy week, at least 3 times, I really, really try.
Nice.
So that's another thing is keep your drum handy. I know you say not to hang them on the wall, but keep it somewhere handy where you can see it and just pick it up, even if it's for 2 minutes. Just have a quick little. I think if it's in sight, then you're more likely to pick it up rather than if it's in a box somewhere in a cupboard or.
That's amazing that you practice so much. That's really do you and when you practice, do you go into the academy or do you go into your notebook? What's your or do you just play or do you mix it up?
Yeah, either just play or I'll pick up the workbook and do something from there. Or go to YouTube as well. Your channel is amazing. You've got all sorts of little bite-sized rhythms on there that you can, yeah, just press play and away you go.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it's so wonderful to talk with you, and I'm really inspired by the work you do. If you're just watching right now and you're on my channel, Sarah's an amazing chefess. Um, do you ever like make yourself a chocolate treat and eat it before you drum and notice that you have more energy?
Well, definitely cacao is. I've got one in here. I love hot cacao.
Is that your
So,
cacao? Like, how would you make your hot cacao? We have to just get one recipe from you. Is that okay?
oh my gosh, I don't know that I would have it. Sometimes I use ceremonial cacao. Do you do that where you cut up the cacao, or do you use a
No,
powder?
I've actually really been curious about ceremony. I don't know is that what that means? It's that you don't just buy it powdered, you actually cut it up. Is that does that
Yeah,
make
so it comes in the blocks, and then it's all about the intention and, appreciating the story of the cacao, how it came to you. And but there is also powdered ones. This is a little brand from Australia that I've got here today. But I do like combining it with mushrooms. Do you put mushrooms in yours?
I do put mushrooms. We're not talking about psychedelic mushrooms, everybody.
No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Purely medicinal. Well, yeah, I mean they're wellness, products that you can get easily with no kooky side effects. Uh, yeah, but I do like to put, yeah, either a lion's mane or a turkey tail, or shaga, and then I like to put some maca powder in there as well. I do keep it quite simple, and I personally really like coconut milk, so I'll put some homemade coconut milk in
You
there.
make
And
your own coconut milk.
yeah, but it's not as fancy as I'm making it sound. So I do brand ambassador work for a company here in New Zealand called Ceres Organics, and they do beautiful organic tinned coconut cream. And so I literally just do the coconut cream with some beautiful spring water, a little pinch of salt, shake it up, and you've got instant coconut milk, organic.
Ah,
And so that froths up really well, maybe a little bit of maple syrup or coconut sugar, and just one of those little handheld whisker things, that you press the button on the top and it makes it all frothy and delicious. And I love it. And it is the perfect partner to drumming, I think. Cacao is just such a beautiful plant to open the heart and get the hands going without the shakes of the caffeine from coffee.
yeah, it's much better.
Um,
Why do
yeah.
you like maca for all those women watching? Why do you like maca? Because it's a really important thing for us to start taking.
Yeah. Again, a Peruvian root. So great for hormone balancing and energy levels. So many different men and women are great on maca. Yeah.
It's
So
so
I'm all about that. Yeah, sustained energy without the spikes. I do love coffee, but not all day long. it goes into cacao.
And how do you control yourself from not having so much? So I love cacao as well, but you see, if I have it, I will eat it first thing in the morning. I don't care what's going on. I don't. I'm like I love it. I will eat the whole. I have no control. How do you control yourself?
I don't. I honestly don't. I think it's okay. Like if you're enjoying beautiful organic whole foods any time of day. Obviously, the sugar side of it is a different story, but I think if you're active and you're in tune with yourself and know your own kind of level, you know when you've had enough,
You
don't
know,
you? So
got it.
I guess it's just honoring that sensation of, oh yeah, I've had enough, and that can wait till tomorrow. Or, but it is very hard because yeah, anyone that joins my account will see that a lot of my content is sweet. And it's very snacky, so it's easy to just pick up one more, just one more, just one more. But yeah, it's
Oh,
savoring those bites and chewing mindfully so that you can actually just be tuned in and not mindlessly kind of just go crazy.
oh, that sounds so good. Oh my goodness. Um, Thank you for sharing your hot cacao recipe. I actually today made an almond milk cacao, a little shot of coffee, cold brew coffee with some collagen, and blended that up, and that was really good.
Nice.
I just think it's a good medicine to combine with the drumming. The cacao and drumming, I think, are like, I mean, I wonder, what do you think? Okay, so in the book that you're talking about, when the drummers were women, they were talking about these ceremonies they would be doing with the frame drums. What do you think they were eating back then? Like, what were they eating during these ceremonies?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, it could be quite fascinating to look into. I definitely think that there would have been some cacao ceremonial honoring the plant and involved in some of the practices and some of the cultures. There must have been.
Their mom-
And maybe that's inspiration for us, Marla. One day we can combine the drum, food, and cacao and women, and come together and just have an absolutely amazing time celebrating all those things.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Um, So, if you're just joining in, I'm interviewing Sarah. Sarah is a graduate of my Frame Drum Academy program, the Frame Drum 101. And you can watch the replay. She shared about her insight into the academy, and she's an amazing chef. So, if you're just watching, first thing to do is join her channel. And I love your recipes, and they're so well put together. I mean, I reels and I'm like, I don't know how to do this. And your reels look so good. I'm like, wow, Sarah's really got, you're really good at them. They look really good. They make me want to make the food, you know.
Cool.
Yeah, they're very, very good. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person. It's going to happen in this lifetime. We're going to do something in New Zealand. And if anyone is interested in learning more about the Frame Drum Academy, you could go to the link in my bio, and it's the first thing there. It's just framedrumacademy.com. And just a few things I just want to share before we get off. Our doors are open right now, and they're still open at early bird pricing, which is really wonderful, until June 5th. And then after that, you still can enroll until our classes start on the 15th of June. Now, this year is the last year we are having our prices as they are. We're going to be raising our prices next year, and we're also going to be just changing our lifetime access policy. So we're still going to offer it, but we're going to be charging more. So it's a really great time to jump in, discover, this magical instrument. And also we have a money back guarantee. So if it doesn't resonate with you, you tried it, but I'm smitten you will enjoy it if you join. And finally, we are sponsored by Cooperman. And so if you don't have a frame drum, these are beautiful drums. And they're a wonderful company based in America, and all of our students get a discount off their drums. Now, you don't have to have a Cooperman drum to play in our academy, to drum. You can have any type of drum, but they're really wonderful drums to have. Sarah, you have a big Remo drum, is that right? What do you have?
I do, yeah. Well, actually, I've got them here just in case you brought that up. So that was the first one that I got to do your course, and so that's a
Or,
Remo,
or
and they're not expensive. I mean, New Zealand dollars, I think that was maybe $50. And then when I was in Sydney visiting my brother, because they didn't sell these ones here. Is this the fiber skin?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is a big one. You'll be able to tell me probably, Marla. It's
20. I think it's 20.
22, 22.
Ooh.
Um, oh, but the sound on that
Yeah,
is so amazing.
for sound healing. And in the academy we teach three playing styles, and the style that size is really good in is the freehand style, where you put the drum
In the lap,
in
yeah.
this. Well, you can't see it, but yeah, it's a really great way. Wow. Yeah. Do you?
A bit of Cooperman. Oh my gosh, yes, that's definitely on the wish list for one day.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll bring you one over when I finally come to New Zealand.
No pressure. I'll
Hint, hint, nudge.
make you lots of bliss balls. There's a
Oh
tray.
my goodness. Yeah, I can't wait to learn your recipes. Um, well, thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate your time, and thank you everybody for watching. If you have any questions about the Frame Drum Academy, just message me. I'm happy to help, and I hope to see you in class. And I hope you have a good day, Sarah. Good evening. Oh, good morning. What time is it there?
It's 1:30 here, yeah, in the afternoon. So
Wow,
your evening, yeah.
it's my evening.
Yeah.
Is it just so beautiful there in New Zealand? Is it just like animals and like?
Well, actually, you know what? This weekend that I was with my daughter, so we drove down to an area called Hawke's Bay, which is about 5.5 hour drive. And the countryside there is so stunning. I'm in a city here, which is there are beautiful parts, but it's not until you get out and drive around the country that you realize, wow, this is such a special country. And particularly at this time of year, we've just finished autumn, so the leaves are still, there's a lot of colors on the trees. And even my 12-year-old daughter was, she's taking photos. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, you do have to remind yourself we're pretty lucky here.
Wow, wow. We're already in fire season here in Southern California.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So send us some of your green, and thank you again, Sarah. I look forward to meeting you, and I thank everybody for watching. Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Marla. See ya. Bye.
How do you end these? Bye, everybody.